And we should be live now for our Sunday BTL match. Where we have XO versus MBB. XO meaning to tie up their best season so far, I believe. No, beat their best season with a 3 and 3 wins. And MBB trying to bounce back this season with a second win. Trying to get that second win. Alright, given the ready checks, and we should be starting draft soon. Charlie.
What's up?
Who do you favor this game?
It's MBB and what was the other team?
XO.
I want to say MBB, but I don't know what the Discord stream isn't on, so I don't know if they are in Champ Select or not Champ Select. Draft.
They're about to start Champ Select.
Oh,
Let me get that going for you. Boom. We got all the things open.
The things are here.
Yep.
I kind of want to say MBB, but that's just because my friends are on that team.
Completely biased opinion, I see.
Super biased.
There's my notification telling me that indeed the Bubble Tea League is streaming right now.
Wow.
Wow.
The Bubble Tea League is streaming? Wow.
I know, right? And I dropped my mouse. Alright, they are now ready. And hopefully they can start draft. Yep, draft started instantly. XO banning out the Pike.
Not the pickle.
The pickle indeed, and MBB follow up with the Lucian ban aimed at Man. What's the response going to be? Hecarim? Getting rid of Nishant playing Hecarim. I don't think we've seen him play that yet. And BB follow with the Morgana ban. That's a double value ban for Kiwi and Vid the mid. The only mid Morgana so far we've seen. Let me start the predictions. Leona coming through. And Vigar for MBB. First pick brand. Not surprised there. So I'm sure MBB would see this coming and would know what to do. So the Malphite hover. Now this would be interesting. I don't think they would lock it in, just the blind pick. They could just okay, never mind. They do go for the Malphite. Which I mean it's okay. I feel like generally Malphite is something you want to pick in response. And there's the Malzahar hover. Ginny's definitely been favoring this pick overall.
It's also kind of signaling what they want their comp to be, right? Like opening Malphite.
I mean, a little bit. You like Malphite gives you your straightforward engage, right?
Mm-hmm.
As well as frontline, which I mean, it's all right. Brand's still gonna do a gajillion damage. The NASA's response. Oh my god, this top lane is gonna be so boring. And the
What top lane,
Kindred.
you know?
Kindred pick from Two Hands. Excited to see this one actually. Two Hands probably the spicy pick jungler of the season. I don't know if he's had a repeat jungler so far. Not to mention one game of Janatop. And there's the Zac for Emperix. So very much MBB is signaling we want to wait to get our bot lane. We want to make sure that we have the best matchup possible there. I'm sure we'll see these bans targeted in that direction. The Janna ban. Nautilus is also thrown out. Caitlyn is going to get removed. So the question is, what does QE play here after this coming ban?
QE? Maybe Lux?
Lux is
No.
open. Lulu's still available too, as well as Yumi. Out of those three, definitely the Lux has been her preferred pick. Now the question is, what does Elena go for here? Because she could go for a Karma Ezreal bot lane. It's a Lux takeaway pick. And I've played with Elena's Lux. It's kind of deadly. So the question is, what do they pair it with?
Nasty?
Sometimes. I think she feels very uncomfortable walking up to get vision, but she can also just one pop. Ooh, the Seraphine pick. Oh, it's the Seraphine Sona bot lane.
Oof.
Interesting. The Aura Shield's coming in clutch. So this is going to be a hard lane to burn necessarily, but Lux can have the one-shot potential. The question is, what do you pair this Lux with?
Interesting.
Is it going to be a Jinx hyper carry? Jinx gets locked in. So top lane's boring. Mid is probably the spicy lane, where stuff will happen. Given that MBB has a Zac and EXO has a brand in general. I'm gonna be very curious if this Kindred can get off the ground. Oh wow, it's pretty even so far. Let me see if they're gonna move on quickly to the actual inclined pick ban. Alright, looks like they are ready, and we shall transition soon enough. They've given the R's. Okay. Apparently, last second, not ready from MBB, so we're gonna wait for a bit longer. All right, now Charlie, you've seen the comps. What do you prefer?
Mm. I don't know. I want to say MBB, but the Seraphine Sauna bot lane is kind of spooky.
It is a very
And
obnoxious lane.
you know, who was MBB's AD carry again?
QDAF, Mina?
No, no, no. I'm talking about the champ.
Oh, Jinx.
Jinx. I don't
Like
know.
it's possible.
It's very possible that she just snares, throws down traps, and they just kind of versage, right? Just get rocketed.
Yeah.
But, I mean, they're gonna get kind of poked. I think. I don't know. I don't know. I'm really bad with lanes. I just know jungle, baby. But I know that. What's the jungle matchup?
It's
I was playing
Kindred
Elden
Zac.
Ring, I'm sorry. Kindred Zac. Kindred wins early, but if they get into mid-late game, Zac just kind of.
Granted, the Kindred ulti could deny the Jinx passive over and over again.
That is true, but it's like it could also int them. It's really hard. Like I don't know. You just have to play Kindred a lot because I've wanted to get good with Kindred, and half the time I int my team with my ults instead of actually saving them and actually help the enemy team. So I don't know. It's the Seraphine Sauna with Kindred. It's gonna be kind of hard for Kindred.
Okay,
to pop
it's
off,
Sona, not Sauna. Okay.
It's Sauna. It's Viego and it's Kogath. Master Y.
Oh god. Oh my god, please no.
Veigar. Veigar.
Not Vigor. Okay. God, so this Nasus Malphite lane. So Malphite should be able to poke out Nasus early, but if Malphite isn't able to shove the wave in against Nasus, the Nasus just gets to free farm.
It'll get to a point where Nasus just does Nasus things.
Yeah.
So Zac really wants to deny.
But the thing is, I don't know how much. Like they might have enough damage early. I don't know later on if they have enough. And the Wither is going to be really crippling for the Jinx. And then again, we might just get Nasus full split push. I don't care. I'm hunting alone.
I don't know.
If that's the case, it's going to be up to MBB
They're running
to get
the
team fights.
The Kindred pseudo AD carry in team fights.
Yeah, so you have a lot of support for the Kindred with the Sona Seraphine.
Shall I turn in my badge and rifle as well?
They're putting a lot on this Kindred for sure.
I mean, the Seraphine should go damage, right? So, you're still gonna have a lot of magic damage from this team. Between the Brand and Seraphine.
Yeah, but the person that's gonna be having to cut through the Zac and Malphite is gonna have to be Kindred, yeah?
No, Brand can do so very easily.
Yeah, you're right.
Percent health on the burns. Like, Brand is fine into Malphite and Zac. Which, honestly, I would have let the Veigar through. But Veigar does deny engage combo.
MBB has like a pretty cut and dry like game plan for their team.
Yeah,
right?
front to back. Like, I think the Lux is going to be the key player to watch. Surprise, surprise, MBB and Elena being the key player to watch. Granted, that's not what I said in dance stats. So if the Lux is able to get off the ground and get picks, it's gonna be so critical for these objectives. And also, if this Nasus, if it goes down to late game, it's Nasus versus Jinx, and depending on where the gold is, that can go very much into favor of one side versus the other.
I don't know if Two Hands gets a fucking sick, nasty Kindred ult when a Malphite tries to engage. On like the brand Seraphine and Sona, my bad.
Cool. You won't have me mute you or kick you from the spectator chat now.
I don't know. If Teddy gets a pretty big ult, and then like they clump together, it's pretty bad for them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it seems like they have to be more reactive. Like
Yeah.
MBB's is a lot easier to execute. Who knows? I'm just a stupid jungler, you know.
You're just a jungler. I mean, look. The question is, is Zac and Malphite gonna go at the same time? If that's the case, and Brand gets to blow up an ulti on them, that's not great. But if they stagger just a little bit, they might be able to like have
Wait
enough
out
of
the
a
Kindred
CC
ult and
layer
stuff. Yeah.
that like they're actually able to disrupt the fight. Ah, I'm tired. It's been a weekend. I do think that the MBB comp is easier to play. You have such strong pick potential between the Malzahar and Lux. So you potentially can one-shot like the Kindred before she can ult. I haven't gotten much practice with this combo bot lane. I've heard it creeping up slowly. From the rumblings of solo queue.
Not the rumblings.
But it's killable. It's definitely like a killable lane. Ooh, we do get the Space Groove Nasus coming in. And that's a hype skin.
Not the oh no, not the Space Doge.
Dude, the Space Doge, pretty top tier. Only comparable to Space Cat Blitzcrank. Space Groove Blitzcrank, pretty damn good. Alright, and we're in game. Disregard the perma black screen. Hopefully, it actually moves through eventually and it's not just frozen in time here. And I'm gonna have to reconnect. Alright, we're gonna do a quick reconnect. And Wired saying that there's a Nocturne in the game, that's why. Secret Nocturne. Loading back
It's
in.
the tech.
Should be relatively quick. Hopefully nothing crazy happened to level 1. Looks like there wasn't a crazy level 1, they just saw each other on a ward. And nobody actually cleared the ward, so nothing really happened. Great. It's a top start from Nishant and a bot lane start for Two Hands. Glenn, I think is going to be probably the player to watch. If that Kindred gets going, it's going to be really, really dangerous. The early shove from the MBB bot lane with the ward additionally on the tri-bush just to make sure that they don't get level 2 cheesed. Instantly they get a wave crash, which is going to bounce back up. Q eats a little bit of poke. It's a common Malphite from Not Drunk. And there comes the Lux poke, doing a decent chunk of damage. Brand also breaking Malzahar spell shield. Level 2 comes in. QE is taking a lot of damage, forced to flash, and the heal is burned from Anne. For pretty much nothing from MBB side. Ooh, the stun lands on Ginny. He's gonna eat another chunk of damage, burn a potion. Oh, I think it's a biscuit? Yeah, it's like it was a biscuit. Burns a second potion now. And Vid's just cranking up the poke. Meanwhile, Not Drunk
lane.
trading aggressively onto Defiant Sight. And actually, the wave stay is pretty good for Teddy, because Kindred doesn't have a proper gank angle. Granted, Teddy is eating now a huge chunk of damage as he trades his HP for a bit of wave pressure, making sure that it doesn't crash fully. Nishant takes the early crab, denying the Kindred's first mark. Not Drunk trading really well into the Nasus. This is what I was talking about early on. Malphite does have. Ooh, the trap's coming down onto
There it goes.
the Exo bot lane. Exhaust burn as well as the ignite. QE is going to get zapped. And the burn comes through Chia Snack's first blood. Chia Snack's literally the bloodiest support in the league.
Teddy doesn't have much mana now. He's kind of low.
And this is the risk of going toe-to-toe with the Nasus. Nasus, if you can't just progressively poke him down. Ooh, Emperix.
Nope.
Emperix is overextended. He is just dead. That's going to be a kill going off. And the smite comes down, but ooh, Two Hands forced to flash away. Emperix getting a little greedy there. QDF.
It was really weird that he did
Brand's
that
here though. That is huge. Just slow comes down. Brand flashing in. QDF goes down. Chia Snacks might also pay the price here. Ooh, the flash comes in as well, and this Brand is huge. Everything coming back in favor of EXO.
Oh, Teddy's looking rough now.
Yeah. I mean, what Teddy should do here is back off, get the reset going. And that was such a beautiful roam timing from the mid. Comes on down, gets a double kill for burning that flash.
It was really rough for the Zac to try to invade there because their AD carry and their bot lane was coming back to lane, right? Or they
no, they hadn't even back. They just gotten the kills, I think, and were trying to shove the wave in. And Nishant went for the aggressive takeaway on the Krugs. Definitely not worth for MBB. And here's where I would say, Teddy, just eat a Doran's ring. Just get the Doran's ring. But it's fine. So Nass is going Sheen first, not Hullbreaker. It's not full free stats split push Nasus just yet. It wants to get those stacks coming along. And despite the early roam from Vid, he's still pretty even in CS. But the bot lane is a huge deficit. So despite the assist going, QDAF still 400 gold ahead. It's a 500 gold difference. Probably all that money onto the brand. Ooh, there's the gank that I was talking about with the lovely mouse roll. But the passive damage.
Oh!
Yep, and that's Brad. You might die, but you're gonna at least take one down with you. And that's a lot of gold on this carry. Yeah, 2,700 right now. Single-handedly propelling XO to the lead. And this wave state is really dangerous for MBB. Nass is building a slow push, but he really doesn't have to. He could have just, like, yeah, it's slow pushing away from him, but he could have just built that wave. He doesn't need to trade now. There's the damage coming in from the Sheen.
Doge doing Doge awakening.
Yeah.
Oh, here it comes.
There's the smacks. He's level 7. I'm surprised he actually didn't go for the all-in. Might try to go for it with this wave. Opts not to do it. And we also saw Teddy having to burn the cheese wheel to last hit that cannon. Hard stuff coming in from the MBB bot lane still. Brand's on the rotate right now. It's pinged out by Raskotrug. Making sure that it doesn't happen again. Is MBB posturing for this dragon? Or is it just the crab denial? It looks like it's the crab denial right now. So we'll do a quick stack check. 132 on the Nasus and just the 1 for Kindred. Teddy's losing his window where he will be able to actually kill this Nasus. And the sustain is coming in.
It's really hard.
Yeah, I mean, he has no mana regen, right? He does have TP, which I'm surprised he didn't use earlier. He's gonna catch this wave. Ooh, 2 hands, starting the dragon. Just hops over the wall and is completely unseen by MBB. First dragon for XO. So hooray, it will be a somewhat exciting dragon as ooh! Unfortunately, Raskotrug tries to get the turret to do all the damage. Jinx Rocket does not hit. I think Raskotrug was hoping that the turret aggro would come on in so that the aggressive ulti could take the kill. It's not to be, and the follow-up Jinx rocket goes wide. So Teddy did catch the wave and bounced all the way back. It's now being held on a freeze by Defiant Sight. Or is he shoving? Yeah, they're just trading recalls back and forth, not really burning the TP's top lane. And the snare comes in, that's huge damage! Seraphine ulti and Sona ult come out. Make sure Kiwi is able to stay alive. But with no Jinx rocket, I think they were just safe. No need to burn the flash there, but he does. And good on Not Drunk to run away from the Spirit Fire, making sure his armor doesn't get shredded. Zac is here, but Kindred is hovering in the area. He's taking the crab. And there's the Nasus ulti, who's going to get cheese wheeled and is going to go down. But in the meantime, Brand is here on the bot lane once again. And it's going to be a 2-for-0 in favor of XO here. And overall, 2-for-1 on the cross map. And apparently Teddy was lagging there. And they were forced to pause. But this Brand from mid to mid is huge. 5-1. Look, pretty much what? 100% kill participation. That single kill on Kindred doesn't count, right?
100%, baby.
I mean, he's gotten one return kill on a gank, and then back-to-back doubles coming on the roams. Zac comes in to help shove the wave out. He decides to wrap around, knowing very much that the bot side of the map is not his team's. Vid and Raskatrug run into each other as I'm lagging. Okay. It's probably to respond in response to the pause. There it goes. Ginny's gonna go down. There is no way she lives this. And Q gets the kill. That's the first assist on the Brand, rather than a kill.
All life is temporary.
Ooh, this is looking very scary for MBB in the bot lane. Two Hands doesn't go for the dive.
Ooh.
Yep, and that's Brand damage. Seems legit, right? It's not even a full item, just fragments of an item. And this is very dangerous. 2 plates also going down to the Nasus, who's now 600 gold ahead. And honestly, this is just great game so far from XO. They don't need to push anymore. Like, ooh, the gank comes in. The Q doesn't land on the Kindred. The Brand damage, though, burning through both Raskatrug and Emperix. They're able to get to safety.
No, it's over for you in that lane.
Yeah, but that's the point of the Malphite in general. Like, this Malphite wants to go for team fights. They haven't been able to group up. Malzahar ulti comes in to deny the passive, able to dodge the W. Gets a lot of counter damage.
Ooh.
But Vid's able to live. Jinx rocket
the
coming
rocket?
in. It's not going to hit. It does not hit.
Oh.
And that's 2 rockets that haven't landed on mid. And, man, if you this one in particular had gone through, that's a shutdown that would have gone to QDA. Instead, we see Not Drunk gets a plate, and the gank coming in Elena commits for the full ability combo after landing the snare, forced to flash away, and is probably going to go down. And there's the TP coming in from Malphite. Oh, the Zack's here too! That's huge! Malphite goes a little too far with the ulti, and Jinx goes down!
Oh,
but Ginny's here.
Ginny's here.
What will it be? Will it just be the Sona? It looks like it. And Sona's going to go down to Rascotrug. But honestly, that's such value for XO. Nasus gets a free lane right now. The dragon spawned, but I don't know if MBB can actually contest it. And on the back end of that fight, QDAF actually
just free real estate.
Yeah, no, like the TP is burned from Rascotrug to come in bot lane or top lane to catch that wave and prevent the turret from going down. Lux ult comes in, clear this wave. And honestly, this is probably the more favorable matchup in long term. Ginny will be able to counter push the Nasus, but the Nasus will just be able to stack over and over again. So I think overall the Nasus is getting out of hand, the bot lane's getting out of hand, and the mid lane's getting out of hand. So if you're MBB, what can you do? Ooh, Elaine is about to face check a brand.
Oh no.
You know, we've seen this time and time again. Vid gets brand, he does oodles of damage no matter what. Oh, this turret's dead.
Oh,
Teddy, that turret's gone.
Teddy.
It's long gone.
Oh no, Teddy, you're... Oh my god!
Yep.
The bonk.
The dive coming in bot as
the
well.
Bonk.
And honestly, everything is just falling apart for MBB. It's a 1 in 8 bot lane right now. And what? 40 CS down on the top side as well as a turret.
Yeah, this game is looking pretty boom. I'm gonna try to cast the curse.
Cast the curse? You're not Steven though. Look, we know what MBB wants to be doing with the fights, and you saw that almost work out bot lane. I think if Not Drunk had actually landed his Malphite ult onto the correct targets instead of just ulting past expecting them to back off.
Also, the Kindred ult saved them a lot of time.
Yes, the Kindred ult got so much value. So, I think if the TP had been Rascotrug in there, where she comes in and is able to silence the Kindred, they might be able to get 2 kills there.
I think they killed the ball there. Kindred. There was 3 people that were super low, yeah. The Sauna, the
Seraphine, and the Kindred.
Yeah.
The question is, with how EXO's game has gone so far, can you stem the bleeding enough so that your carries can get in the game?
No,
or is
I don't know.
It feels a little too late now. That Nasus doesn't need to be anywhere, doesn't need to team fight. But they're okay. MBB's coming in. The ult lands on the 2 Seraphine, who goes down. We get this reset. Jinx Rocket gets another shutdown. Huge.
The mid goes down.
And the Nasus is also here already, and the Kindred ult's saving. Oh, this might be the fight that MBB wanted.
Oh my god!
And it's all MBB.
Shit, it just turns, dude. The team fight is all they needed, baby. The caster curse is real. Let's go!
We saw exactly what we needed the fight to go for. Like, Seraphine gets instantly popped, even though she is able to cast her ultimate. Nobody from MBB goes down. Like, Jinx gets excited, gets 2 pretty big shutdowns.
She got a fucking sniper ult on the Jinx.
On the brand.
Jinx got a sniper ult on the brand, yeah.
Yeah, and honestly, Not Drunk was able to create space, and then he flashes over the wall to land his attack speed and movement speed slows onto the Nasus to make sure that the Jinx is able to kite away despite the Wither.
Oh no.
Ooh! Teddy can fight this, but not for long. That passive burns. No magic resistance on the Malphite, just the Merc Treads, and that's how that looks. But this brings the gold lead closer now, just 500 gold differential. Which honestly feels surprising, but the map is definitely in Exo's favor. Turrets down on both side lanes, and it's just the mid on a sliver of health, hoping to hold on. They do have, MBB does have the mid turret, so it's not all lost. Ooh, if that snare had landed. There's the damage coming through. Cheese next goes in, doesn't land it, but that's a lot of resources burnt for a kill, as the dragon still hasn't spawned yet. Just now spawns. They could move on to this, and I feel like they should, but they're going to use the Rift Herald to create the pressure and the space they need for this dragon. But Brand's alive. Oh, the snare comes in! That's huge!
Oh no!
He's able
Oh
to flash
no!
away. The rocket comes through, doesn't land. And Seraphino lands on Zac. The TP coming in for Malphite.
Does
And
Malphite
it's not
have ult?
stopped.
He does have ult.
He does have ult, and that's going to build all the space they need.
can
And
look
Nasus
for
is instantly just going to shove the wave. He's going to get top turret for sure. And they need... Not Drunk needs to back. He should have backed already. They try to clear mid wave, and the mid turret goes down. That's so many resources spent. And Nasus is going to do what Nasus does. Smack. Oh! Okay, Teddy.
Oh!
Good job, Teddy. Gets the value off of it. Rascatrug now here to shove out the wave in time. Make sure that that inhibitor turret doesn't go down. But next dragon, that turret's dead. It's basically dead to rights now. So Mountain Dragon, though, is pretty nice if you're MBB.
Especially on the Zac and Malphite, yeah.
Yeah, overall. I mean, even the other targets, like you get shields that can help you with the brand AoE. Oh, interesting, is the full support is Seraphine with the Shirelia's Revelry bot to make sure that they can get to their targets or reposition from the engage that MBB brings. And the notorious Moonstone. Notice that the Nasus has built only magic resistance so far, knowing very well that the two people that will try to stop him are Malphite or Malzahar, not Jinx. That's a Rift Herald that was about to expire, used onto the mid lane.
As good as Gale Force is, Jinx?
You want Gale Force here. You absolutely want Gale Force here. 480 stacks on the Nasus and 3 I think I saw in Kindred. No, 5. I bet. Engage coming through. Game. Ooh, big Malphite ulti. Rocket coming through. Malzahar ulti stops the Kindred from ulting. Brand is still here though. There's the Brand ulti. Nasus is gonna smack at the flash cane comes through. And the TP counter engage from EXO is able to bring this fight around. And that's gonna breed Baron.
That flicker of hope died really fast.
Yeah, and the flash for flash from the Jinx and Nasus means it. Like, that was what? Smacking a 300 health Jinx for like 600 damage with 1Q. Rascatrug fancies this. Brand looking for the poke. Ooh, good try from Elena. And gets it!
Oh! No fucking shot! The fucking burn got it?
No, she used her E. Her E got it.
Oh my
Able to burst it because Brand wasn't there to do the burst.
Oh,
Brand couldn't burst it because he walked around to get...
MBB needed that. They slowed down the game like that, yeah?
Yeah. Huge play from Chia Snacks, actually.
Jesus Christ. There's so many back and forths in this game, hello?
Yeah. So with this Baron, I think they're just going to be able to build space right now, but nobody can really stop the Nasus. He's looking like he's building either a Randuin's or a Frozen Heart. Which I feel like if you're a Nasus, a Frozen Heart is overkill, but you do want that ability haste. And MBB is just going for a gold on the turret. They say this dragon's not up for another 40 seconds. We're gonna stack up this top side of the map, hard shove it in, potentially get inhibitor turret. EXO on the other hand is gonna try and shove out bot lane. This is too much. They have a Jinx. The wave's not there yet for EXO, and they're gonna have to respond to this push. This is a Baron push with the Jinx. Free firing on the turrets. Seraphine ult comes in, cleansed immediately from QDAF, and this has gotta dissuade them now. And meanwhile, you see Sona and Brand get the dragon. Or do they? It's still not gone down? Oh, it's just about. Okay. Interesting. Oh, Teddy. Oh, Teddy. Teddy. Not like this, Teddy. Forced to ult away to safety. And that's a key engage tool down. Not just engage, but honestly damage. Meanwhile, EXO shoving down the mid lane as well as the top lane. They're just waiting patiently.
Oh no!
Oh, the nice checking. Very nice check for the lack of vision there.
Hello, I'm here. I don't know what. No.
Hi, Brian.
It's a really back and forth game.
Honestly.
But now that we look at it, MVP's up on gold. So.
Ooh, okay. I like to hear that.
Even though MBB is up in gold, their map control is a little bit dicey with a Nasus getting steadily to the late game Nasus threat.
That's huge. Brand's fucking damage is absolutely absurd.
Yeah. Yo, Brian, can we nerf Brand damage? Seriously?
Why does Mina have Gale Force here? Not Kraken. Kraken's probably better, no?
I think it's to reposition from Seraphine Sona ultis as well as Brand.
Yeah, you have Cleanse, you don't need it.
In theory, yeah.
I don't think you need it for anything, really. Just run Cleanse and then Kraken everybody to death. And nobody really has backline threat on you. The only person with backline threat on you is Nasus. So, I mean, if you were really scared of that, you just go Cleanse and then you get a QSS as well.
Yeah, we've seen several times where she's been forced to burn the cleanse on the CC before Nasus even arrives with Wither.
I mean, I think it's a positioning error more than anything else. Then, I mean, because you're gonna cleanse and then what? You're gonna Gale Force away from Nasus, or you're gonna Gale Force away from an ult and then cleanse. But then you don't really want to be forced to Gale Force away from one of those ults anyway. Just get I think if you're really scared of that, you just get a QSS and go Kraken and murder people.
Yeah, I think Kraken's better because like you need the damage on the Nasus later anyway.
Yeah, particularly given that this nest is built mostly MR early on. And it is a Frozen Heart. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, on the other hand, at least Malzahar with Malzahar's build can probably burn Nasus pretty easy. Even with the Force of Nature, if she gets a Void Staff, she can burn.
Oh yeah, also Elena got a Baron skill.
Nice.
See, XO, 4-man strong, shoving
Chasing
in
down
mid.
this fucking Nasus.
I don't know if I.
The
Okay, the
burn.
ulti comes through. Where's the root? Where's the traps? Oh, there they
There they
are.
are.
Oh, flashes the traps.
Over him. Oh, Nasus! Oh, Nasus!
Nasus healing. Nasus healing.
Oh!
QDF is the only one with heal reduction on MBB's side,
Oh,
so this is
no, dude.
gonna get really punished by XO.
Oh no!
Yeah, it's rough.
All going downhill. Nasus is still alive.
Yep.
He's almost full HP. He's out of control here, man.
They do burn the flash from Nasus to get away from around the traps.
Yeah, I think that's another. I mean, I think this is a Boris diff in a lot of ways because like I think that, for instance, Malzahar, like she. I mean, she didn't have this before she died, so it is what it is. But she didn't have a Void Staff. She doesn't have a Void Staff, so pretty much.
Yeah.
Just getting a lot of the damage mitigated when she tries to kill Nasus with her combo, and then their lack of Kraken Slayer there like really showed. Kraken Slayer could have chewed him a lot faster, and actually like potentially burned him before he started turning and like killing people, and she didn't have like the execute damage from Gale Force to really kill him. So I think that's I think those two decisions are pretty important.
I like Vid's position here, waiting to set the trap. This is a potential pincer move from, Not Drunk goes for the instant ulti as soon as he sees the group. The Jinx Rocket comes through, doesn't get a kill, but
Jinx
Brand's
isn't
now
in the
behind.
fight yet though. Yeah.
And it's gonna go very much in XO's favor. So even though MBB had the trigger ready there, the triggers were very spread apart and weren't able to follow up on the engage.
Yeah, I mean, I think they just doing that without the Jinx close enough to like really DPS on top of it. It's probably worth the risk at this point in the game. Like their team gets outscaled, ridiculously hard, so kind of just have to try to find a pick. A couple of picks didn't work out, but the game is a little too far gone by now.
Yeah. Rascal Zanias goes golden.
Bonk!
Just get bonked.
D.
I mean, when I look at I didn't see the pick bans at all, but when I look at the results of the pick bans, I think there are a couple of like really questionable picks that might have led to this scenario. Like the Lux pick is super questionable. I'm not really sure what it accomplishes here. Like, I think there is a world where I don't know what the bans look like, but if this was like a Lulu or something, that's a really free lane for Lulu Jinx, and that is a way to prevent this Nasus from like murdering you. You could poly in the Nasus, you could keep the Jinx up forever. You can make life a lot easier for the Jinx, stuff like that. I'm curious how the pick ban worked out, but pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean they played to their scaling. I think Nasus started getting to the point where he could bonk, and he bonked. That build too, like with with double MR items plus MR boots, like it can be really hard for anybody to kill him with that Void Staff. So
yeah, and that like he recognized that the only two people that are gonna match me are gonna be Malphite and Malzahar. It's never gonna be the Jinx, so I can just itemize for these two first.
Yep.
Alright, with that in mind, we should probably get a post-game interview from somebody from XO. Who do you think, Charlie?
Probably vid the mid.
Honestly, that's what my thoughts.
Probably vid the mid.
All right. Well, can you go check in and see?
Yeah, I can get him. Alright, I'll be right back.
Hello.
Hello.
I hear I've been requested.
So,
That is the
Vid,
big brand boy.
how are you feeling this game? You got the brand first pick. I've heard it before that if that's available, you're gonna grab it blind.
Yep.
Hands down. And then you get 2 roams to bot lane, and you get a double kill.
Yep.
So
It
what
just felt
point
great.
did you
It was
feel,
like, hey.
at what point did you feel pretty much in control of the game?
When brand was available for me to pick,
Oh.
and not 3 champions banned out like all the other games. I was like, hey, great.
Okay.
How's it feel to do big boy damage?
Oh, that felt really
with
nice.
with no items.
Fantastic, really. It's one of those brilliant things where you just hit R and you're like, ah, yes, thank you. I really
you for
played
the
that
damage.
very well. That was very hard for me to do.
Mm.
And it
I
just goes
see.
from there.
Okay.
I see.
So coming into this game, you guys had been on a bit of a slide,
Yep.
and we're hoping to bounce back up. Is this where you guys are clamping down now for end of the regular season into the postseason?
I think so. I think we're in an okay spot. The last game, I think it was the last one that we played, it felt like it was in our control, and then we just lost it towards the end. So, like, all in all, feels pretty good, I guess.
Okay. So coming down the line, your next opponent is THD, and then followed up with the Beast to end the season. You're now 3-4. Do those 2 wins secure you upper bracket? Is the question. It's likely.
Yeah, I think it's in that weird spot where, like,
Yeah,
it's
possible.
almost guaranteed, but technically, if things
No,
go,
I think it's guaranteed. I
it?
think if you win versus us and then versus B Gang, you guys are gonna be 5-4, right? And of the teams that are in the deadlock at 5-4, they like GBPO, they have to play each other. So
okay,
I think
one of them will lose, obviously.
Yeah, I think mathematically, it's pretty hard. Well, no, I guess. I mean, mathematically, I think if you win both of them, you have a really good shot. I guess there is a world where Deep Dive loses its next 2 or something. Like, some of those teams can throw some weird shenanigans in there.
Yeah.
I don't know. But, like, for the most part, I think you should be guaranteed top 6 if you win both in a row.
95% we're okay if we win both.
Yes.
But there's always that 5%.
Probably.
Yeah. It'd be really great to be in the top half. But if not, I guess we're in for a climb. So, hopefully we make
the deep
it.
run.
The big climb, yeah.
So the question is, for the teams that are coming in towards the lower bracket, in your opinion, who's the team that's going to do the classic late season surge?
Oh, the late bloom
through the bracket.
Oh, God. All right, wait. Let me look at the doc. Let's pick the lowest of underdogs, because that's how it generally goes. It's either like 8th or 9th or 9th or 10th place every year. God, I wasn't ready for these questions. Maybe MBB.
Okay, so you're your heart's set that MBB is gonna do a deep surge through the brackets.
I mean, it's definitely possible. They're good players. You can never count Gia out. She does crazy things from the support position.
Yeah, like that Baron Steel.
Teddy in a top lane is that Baron Steel. Talk about sad. Teddy in top lane, they have a lot of good things going there. If they can just get everyone to kind of mesh, I think it'll be a pretty strong team.
All right. Does chat have any questions? Charlie, do you have any questions?
I'm chilling.
All right. Well, you guys had pretty much a very straightforward game plan, it looked like. Split push top, cluster up your other 4, have a potential AD carry on 2 hands on the Kindred, which I believe... Has Glenn played a different champion every game?
I think so. Because our comp has been pretty different almost every game.
Yeah. So, is that just Glenn wanting to show off his diverse champ pool, or not, or wanting to like make sure that it doesn't get monotonous?
Not just every week we're kind of like, oh, what do we want to play? And someone comes up with something like, I heard Janna top is good, so like, why don't we try it? And we go out, we have a good time, and he's just been kind of molding himself to the team and, helping make sure that we have a good, strong support system.
Okay. So he's there to just make sure everybody's doing okay.
Yeah, he kind of looks at whatever we're doing and is like, all right, well, I'll do this.
This is the best I can do with what we have.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. Well, Mr. Vid, I would like to say congratulations on your win.
Thank you.
And hopefully you're able to make that upper bracket playoff berth.
It would be nice. A lot less tense.
All right. With that, we'll say goodbye to the stream. And GG's.
Bye, stream.